The starters on your screens for a team that is already in double digits in terms of their crowns. No surprises here either, because Neil, we don't expect Coach Shaq to just all of a sudden change game.
To force a game 3, but it can happen. They're 2-2 in this series, in this open conference. So we're just expecting another slugfest between the two teams.
It's unfortunate for Cignal. It was game number 1 for them. They looked sharpest, they looked healthy, they looked like they were on a mission. And here you go for game number 2. Gandler and a free ball given to Creamline, which is always a dangerous proposition. Cayuna reverses. Back to Santos. This is what Creamline wants. Counter-attacks, because that is where they are most dangerous.
You have to try your best to break the block, beat the block, or at least target those corners po sa Cignal. Here in game number 2, we know that Jel Cayuna is probably the best server in the league. A lot of heavy float serves, and that is the most difficult serve to pass. Middle play from Creamline, yung combination na yan. Yan yung favorite nila eh.
Yep.
Tots Carlos, Bernadette Pons.
For the Super Spikers. Erica again. That's a bit high. Atienza was there. Michelle. Good coverage. One more. Good bounce. One more. Bang! It's still good. Negrito delays it for Michelle. Oh, playable here. Back to Creamline. Gumapaw again.
They're just utilizing that double sub well. Instead of 3 attackers na lang ang babatayan ng Cignal, nagiging 4 pag nagiging double sub yung ginagawa ni Coach Sherwin, because meron pang 5 attack.
Beautiful feathery touch. 21 all. Chance to counter. Oh, good reflexes there by Aquino. But no coverage for Santos.
Through that wall of the Cool Smashers.
A set point. Or a couple, rather. Don will set to Tiamzon. Gia. Galanza. For the finishing kick in set number 1. The champion teams, they know when to step on the gas pedal. Here's your Pure Gold, always panalo. Play of the set, brought to you by Pure Gold. So Pure Gold, always panalo. And Creamline is 2 sets away from an 11. But everything else was championship level. Here we go, set number 2. Boom Gonzalez, Neil Forrest. Of course, we have Lexi Rodriguez, Kyla Kingsu with us on this live and exclusive and continuing coverage of the PVL, the Premier Volleyball League.
Premier Volleyball League.
Coach Shaq in that last timeout was telling the girls, wag niyong dalin yung first set dito sa second set. Biggest lead of the match, and it gets even bigger with that massive hike of the set, brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan. Yung tiklop ng katawan. Not good enough for Aquino. Beautiful touch. Tots Carlos shows her soft side.
Look at the higher clearance.
Yeah. Good first ball again. Tiamzon unable to punish that one. Nabitin, pero nakakuha pa rin ang point. That was not a sharp serve. Once handling it very well, which sets up the heavy-handed MG.
And they're still leading here in the second set by 3. Gia de Guzman to serve. Cayuna will choose Erica Santos. Defended well by Gia de Guzman. Galanza goes for a soft touch. No go. Vanny Gandler attacking from the back row, but she is checked at the net.
Tiamzon. Back to Tin. Great coverage there. Erica on the other side. Cayuna will leave it. No timing with Pangilinan. Carlos, that's very close to the net. Atienza will bring it back to Gemma, who is rejected.
So Coach Shaq is trying different iterations to the starting unit niya to find the 6 that will click here. Youngest on the floor.
I remember when she entered Cignal, she said she's really the youngest. Natuwa nga siya nung Acuña came to Cignal dahil meron daw siyang ka-age. And now she is playing like a veteran. And she continues to respond. Cignal Super Spikers. She is doing it in a variety of ways, Neil.
Zone 1 talaga yung nagiging target niya.
Good pass. Thoughts. Inunahan yung blockers. If they get a good first ball. Gandler gets it. And a power tip on the second ball put away from Jel Cayuna.
Ang ganda din ng ginawa ni Coach Shaq. He put in a couple of second stringers to try to regain control. It worked for them.
And sweeping behind again is Bernadette Pons to set up this Gemma Galanza hit. Atienza with the coverage. Gemma again is denied and checked at the border here at the start of set 3.
More sets to Bernadette Pons, so it's a good thing that she can convert.
Another over-received ball. Couple off the arms. Experimenting again, trying to just change it up here. Astin has been checked. There's no checking that. Dawn still recovering. Oh, but checked at the border. Aaron. Thoughts. Checked by Gandler. Pons. Oh, that was bullet. That was a bullet. PVL All-Star Showcase. Ang daming sorpresa para sa mga fans. Sa Kandon!
That out already. The reception of Cignal. Now it's off. They need to turn it back on. Because sayang yung front line na to. This is the front line that they've been waiting for. Dito sila umaabante.
Fanny again. That's out.
This is the official video replay. There was no block touch. That point will remain with Creamline.
Underhand to Ordiales. Nobody home. Lalong isip Ordiales. Just to get the starter some rest going into set number 4 because
reaching beyond the net challenge from the Super Spikers. That was Bernadette Pons. 18. That will be unsuccessful for Cignal. They will take out their starters. Danny Gandler will sit down
here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And there you have it.
Creamline. But Cignal can still turn things around if they can start well.
They can force a 5th and anything can happen. Dawn with the get. Chia was there. And the first point going to Creamline, courtesy of Gemma Galanza. Straight to Gemma, which has been their strategy. Galanza is here in this set.
Now with 9 points.
Yep.
There are 2 players in double digits for Creamline. Yeah, Bernadette Pons with 18.
That's out. Did anybody touch it? No.
On that Tots Carlos hit.
Sorry, when I say Manny Gandler had 3 or 4 20-point games, I'm talking about production games in the 5 matches.
Officially, that is out. That will be unsuccessful for Creamline. They will
4-2. Tots tipped back by Gandler. Tots again. Gandler keeps it up. Bumalik pa kay Gandler. Carlos with the self-cover. Long ball. Tiamzon was there for defense. Santos. Stopped by Galanza. And a very, very smart play by Bernadette Bonds.
Kaya niya gawin lahat.
Yep. Multifaceted. Multi-talented.
Have to hit it at the highest point. And yun yung ginawa ni Tiamzon.
Carlos. Katindig again. Wow, what a save by Don. Officially now we go to a technical timeout. We will be back.
So when you get in that position na 5-6, you really have to sprint to the 25-point mark.
And tumawag na ng timeout si Coach Shaq. He doesn't want to call another one. This is a 3-0 run. And it's on the side of Creamline once again. Panaga asking for it, but it is Michelle who gets it. Gemma. Negrito. Back to Michelle. Doug. Tiamzon. Inabangan ni BDL. Gemma. Gel. Back to Tin. Still ongoing. Galanza. Dawn chases. Puts it up to Tin. Negrito will go to Gumabaw, who will give Cignal a free ball. Katindig back to Tiamzon, who finally puts it away. An exhausting rally that Cignal is able to score.
Bernadette Pons, but then she targeted zone 5. That's the time that she scored a point. Zone 5, zone 1, those are the two zones that...
Gabler. Oh boy, that is unplayable. Yeah.
So 5 players might end up in the double-digit mark for Cignal. That's the balance that they want to see.
And it still doesn't guarantee a win, but it gives them a better chance as Tiamzon will try again. Santos keeps it up. Gia leaves it for BDL. Gel on the running attack from Acuna. The dive by Nierva. The free ball for Cignal. Cayuna will go back. Coverage by Santos. Open to Tiamzon. Gemma will swing. Candler will sweep. The tip by Santos. The get by Pons and another free ball. Gel. Still going. Candler with the left hand. Tiamzon will put it away.
Pagdating sa defense patterns, Cignal not giving up, and they've managed to slow down the offense.
Serving 24. Gel will underhand it to Tiamzon. And we are going to a 5th set.
For Creamline, they want this to be lucky number 11 for them.
Lagi natin sinasabi, Neil, pagdating sa 5th set, patibayan na ng dibdib. And Cignal gets the first say.
Defense open. They tried their best. They delivered a lot of heavy hits, even soft touches to try to score off the defense of Cignal, but they were steady as a rock.
Wow, speaking of steady, a couple of blocks. Steady at the net like a rock.
Defense is the name of the game. When I think about
their climb here in the PVL. That is out. Is there a touch? Nope. Will be on Tuesday if we have a game number 3. And you're right.
There was a block touch. You blink and you lose.
Acuna, underhand. Oh, 2 players on coverage for this rally. Out of system. Never bring it to Pons in the middle. She sets up Carlos. Dawn was there. Gel will leave it for Santos, who overcooks it. And we're all tied up. Look at that. No touch. Santos with the miss hit on that ball. So we are at 9 all. And what you're hearing, ladies and gentlemen, is a reaction to 3 championship points combined with the entry of the Phenom.
Creamline is now a championship point. Serving for the match, Eliza Valdez.
14-11 Creamline. Gel. And that's it! Number 11 for the Creamline Cool Smashers. For the 11th time, the confetti drops
The Creamline Cool
for
Smashers.
the dynasty that is Creamline.
It's time to paint the town pink, boom.
Yep.
11 titles for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Game number 2.
Fantastic show of sportsmanship by both teams as we look at the Pure Gold Always Panalo play of the set, brought to you by Pure Gold. So Pure Gold Always Panalo, well, she scored 26 points. They knew that they were going to milk Vanny Gandler till the end at loading up on Gandler.